Hey folks, welcome back to Downstairs Den&D. We are rejoining our players in part 2 of today's episode. During the first section of today, our group reconvened. Demea escaped from a Xanathar hideout and retreated to Trollskull Manor, where she found Tennyson spending the evening in their still ruined estate. She admitted to him that she has seemingly been under control of the Mind Flayer that the party encountered a few nights ago ever since that encounter. She admits to turning Floon Blagmar back over to the Xanathar, but has managed to escape. The following morning, they share this with the rest of... Did they share this with the rest of the party?
Nope.
No.
Yeah.
They talk to the rest of the party. They meet with Renair and Cordonia Inkfingers to go over the investment and particulars about the renovations and future establishment of Trollskull. And to start off, I do just need to do a bit of kind of bookkeeping. So just to explain to you guys what is going on with the factions. So as we talked about in session 0, we are using the renown system from the Dungeon Master's Guide. You all will be able to gain renown with factions, okay? You can do this by either just doing a quest for a faction as a job. As your renown grows with the factions, they may end up asking you to join. Joining will have certain perks, as well as raising your renown with certain groups will have certain perks that will relate to either training certain skills, if you all were to utilize any training downtime. Say an organization like the Harpers, who are a bit more secretive and whatnot, would probably be able to give a member a training area that gives them benefit or bonuses to their training on sleight of hand and stealth checks. Joining the Zentarum, you would get that benefit for probably say like intimidation and deception. Emerald Enclave would probably be nature and survival. So you get perks like that, as well as just more perks the higher you gain renown with these organizations. Again, if you choose to just work for an organization and never join them, you will be capped at renown at a certain point, but it will be beyond past the invitation. Okay, but at a certain point, further rewards will be locked. So you guys can individually join different factions. When it comes to the types of quests they're going to be giving out, they are going to be let me rephrase that. When it comes to completing the quest, you all would have the the ability to recruit other members of your party to assist with the quest, even if they are not members of the faction you are doing this quest for, etc. Okay, so all of you don't need to join factions. All of you can join different factions. Some of you can join the same faction. Completely up to you. But just kind of wanted to explain a bit more of what the mechanical side of all this is going to be. There are going to be bonuses beyond the like the training rooms and things like that. I just haven't figured out exactly what they all are. If there are certain bonuses that or benefits that you all would like to see in the renown system, let me know and I can implement them. But does that make this whole I keep pushing factions at you guys make a little more sense?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So, with that, the afternoon is your guys's. I honestly have no idea what the fuck you guys are gonna what you plan on doing because no one talks to me. So what's up?
Well, first, I point to the doll on the table. So that was up in the turret.
Okay.
And Baracus, you said you found it downstairs?
Yeah, it was in the cellar.
Did you take it up to the turret?
Not.
Inside
I left
check?
it there. I was initially going to hand it to the girl, but we got sidetracked. So
Uh-huh.
So I take the doll, and it's a little bard, right?
Yeah, you get that impression.
So then I just take a giant swig of whiskey and shake my head.
Okay.
Do I see this? Do I ask what you have something against the stall, Demea?
So I already told Tennyson this, but I feel the need to tell you guys since it kind of involves everybody. But after we rescued that Floon dude, when we were running from the Mind Flayer, he got me. He had me under his spell. Pretty much the rest of the time after that.
Oh,
you were cognizant of your actions.
I knew what I was doing, but at the time, like, I was just supposed to be reporting to him, so I wasn't supposed to be doing anything different, except re-kidnap Floon.
So
That's something that I did.
oh.
how do we know that you're not still under his control?
Like take my hand and like put it like near my scythe.
I guess, I hope you guys, I know we don't know each other that well, and the reason I'm telling you this now is just because I don't want there to be, like, secrets like this, considering we're all kind of going into business together, and I don't know if there's a way you can tell if I am still under the spell or not, but if there is, feel free to use it. I escaped last night. There's every now and then he would just chain me up and then not have me under the spell, and during one of those times I would manage to finally escape. And so then I came back here, and now I'm here.
Would detect magic be able to see whether she's still under a spell or not?
Give me an Arcana check.
I'm not the person to do that.
Say, can I make the Arcana check?
Yeah.
15.
I'm going to be I'm with the one who's going to be casting detect magic. Oh, you're a sorcerer. Would you be do you know detect magic?
What?
You have detect magic. Okay, then I'm going to be the one who's making it.
I mean, I rolled Arcana already.
It's okay,
Wait.
'cause I rolled.
So, Maracus knows that any creature who is currently under the effects of a spell would register to a detect magic spell.
Wait, but yesterday, so when we were here yesterday, and I had detect magic up, I didn't notice anything with Demea, right?
Yep. And you rolled a 5 Arcana to try to figure out why that is, and you have no idea.
I mean, so the assumption would be that she's lying about it.
Either that
You
or
can make whatever assumption. Elisar can make whatever assumption he would like.
Did I notice anything? Like, I've met Demea before multiple times. Like, did I notice anything different about her yesterday, or?
No?
Can you read detect magic out for me to see if there's a level restriction on it?
With a 15 Arcana, even though you don't know the spell, you know that it does not. There aren't like levels for detect magic like that, as the weave currently works,
Gotcha.
i.e., in 5th edition.
Oh, is that what the flavor is for them changing the rules? There's a sundering, and all the rules changed.
A second sundering.
Hey, everything changed.
A sundering, not the sundering.
Everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. That's all I know.
I'm trying to get Elizabeth to watch that with me. She's being stubborn hard.
It's so
am-
good.
Since it's on Netflix, I am halfway through the second season.
Nice.
So yeah, I didn't notice anything, Demea, about yesterday about you being under the influence of some sort of magic.
How
I mean,
strange.
I don't know why that is, and I'm sorry that I can't offer you further proof. I just know that I wasn't myself. I was following orders in my head that I just had to follow. And then I kind of didn't feel that way, and suddenly I was in the dungeon and I was able to escape.
Who rolled? Was it Tennyson that rolled information about Mind Flayer?
It was.
It is
Yes. He knew some about mind flayers because a mind flayer-led kingdom once had a war underneath Cormyr with a stone giant kingdom.
Gotcha. I asked him, does he know anything about Mind Flayer's mind control abilities? Are they spells or are they just like a biological thing?
It was a nature check specifically that I rolled, so...
You know that they're... Excuse me. You know that that ability is an innate ability, so it is natural to mind flayers.
That ability is an innate ability. It is natural to mind flayers.
It would make sense. If you were in the back of the escape train, that you would be targeted for that.
But the would it not show up as magic is my question.
I have no idea.
Well,
Working the assumption, but why? So you said you reported everything that you had been seeing to the Mind Flayer?
Yeah, that's what he wanted me to do. He just wanted to know what we were up to.
So he knows that we're making a tavern? Sorry. He knows that we are planning on staying here.
Wait.
Like,
Does that mean he's going to set up a competitive tavern across the street?
Corporate espionage.
No!
Yeah,
new ale formula.
Yeah, he's going to steal the Krabby Patty secret formula.
Yeah, I just couldn't stop myself from telling him pretty much everything that happened to us. So he knows. I mean, just assume he knows everything. That's what I am doing, and
Well, I'm just
I
glad.
just don't know.
I'm just glad you didn't know about the secret entrance to the sewers in the basement until just.
The what now?
Why would you say that?
Because they're not under. I assume she's not under. Oh wait, it's not magic. Fuck. Nothing.
Well, I guess it's not safe to stay here anymore for the time being.
Oh, I'm sure it's
Mind Flayers dealt with.
Oh, it's.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't see
I mean,
Mind
I don't
Flayer
know if
being.
he's necessarily gonna be after us per se. I think he just wanted to keep an eye on us as a group, just because we were rescuing that guy that he was interrogating. So that's
Right.
what kind of drew his attention to us in the first place. Why he wanted me to report back to him. The doll freaks me out because it seems like it's a message, but
I mean, why is a mind flayer operating underground?
It's true. Well,
Because if he draws the attention of the city guard and all the organizations of the city, they're going to destroy it. It obviously isn't powerful enough to operate openly.
So we're probably
safe here. They might send someone here. We'll just fuck them up.
yeah, well, that's why I felt you guys should know, just in case you see someone kind of, I don't know, being weird or lurking about,
I
so
might
you aren't
consider
caught off guard.
staying here.
Yeah, it could be
What?
worthwhile to kind of
Postpone my plans to move in.
stay together a little bit more instead of running off all willy-nilly, especially if we're known.
Does everyone see Billy typing, or it's just me? Okay. I mean,
So yeah, I don't know if we want to get bars on the windows or something, but if that'll make people feel safer.
We might have to if the kids don't break in.
I'm just gonna let's cover the kids right now. So I'm completely fine with the kids staying here.
I am too.
Yeah.
I kind of like them.
I mean, it seems like they could use a little bit of guidance. I mean, I was about their age when I was kind of on my own for a moment, and you know, they probably just need some like decent people to point them in the right direction.
As long as they're not breaking things and it's not illegal to have them in a tavern, I guess I don't.
Also,
see
they
an
might be
issue
able
with
to
them
help
being here.
out with the ghost.
Well, I was hoping that I would be able to find some information about that in some sort of. Where do we lose the music pod? Okay, yeah. Find some sort of information in that bookstore about the energies I saw yesterday when I was detecting them. And hopefully, if that's tied to the ghost, that'll be great because then we don't have to worry about them throwing things at our patrons.
Baracus,
So,
you hear, as the rest of the folks are talking, you hear a buzzing sound coming from the pantry.
Fucking
Oh.
bees.
I walk towards the pantry.
Billy, I can't see the Troll Skull Manor if you have that on. Just the overlay still.
Oh, I haven't moved you guys over it. Sorry, I haven't moved the player thing. There it is.
Where's the pantry? Oh, back here?
Yeah, back here behind the bar. You hear some buzzing from back in this direction.
I will not say anything, but walk over there.
As you get back there, it seems to be coming from back in the kitchen area. It's definitely louder where you are.
I'm like tiptoeing cautiously.
Do I
see anything yet?
do I notice Baracus tiptoeing towards the kitchen?
Yeah, as he does, as you all... Yes, you do, Tennyson.
To sort of trail off and just like watch whatever Brackus is doing.
Mid conversation, he's just fucking walking away.
He just like
Does anyone-
doesn't say anything and walks away. We're just like.
Does anyone just watch him, or does
rude.
anyone, like, follow him?
I mean,
I lean over like the bar and like.
Yeah, I'm
Try
still
to
at,
see what
I'm
to
sitting
do.
at the bar. I'm
Yeah.
doing what
Okay.
Ellis was
I'll
doing.
just follow him. I'll go here.
Baracus, as you approach the kind of tiptoe toward the entryway of the kitchen, what you see, and anyone else looking in this direction sees this as well. You see, Baracus, what you see is the kitchen is just full of flies. Gnats, bugs, insects, flying insects. That suddenly, and that you realize that is the sound of this buzzing. You did not hear this yesterday. It was like the place was dirty. There were a few bugs around, but nothing like this. And as you peer inside, suddenly they all seem to rise and swarm together in front of you and just undulate in a swarm. And for a brief moment, the swarm seems to take on a demonic visage, a devil face with long fangs and horns. You recognize that the face of this particular kind of demon seems to be familiar. Anyone looking over back in that direction as well sees this occur in front of them, sees all of these bugs coalesce into this face as they then swarm at Baracus. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
9.
9. As they swarm over you, a few of them take bites at you, and you take 1 point of piercing damage. As they seem to rush through the pantry past him and out into the open tap room, they seem to disappear as they enter a more open space, and the buzzing is just gone.
The fuck?
I would like to know the same thing.
I mean, this place has been. I've told you, I've heard of this place. It's been haunted. There's some sort of evil fell energy that's in the area. I feel like we need to fix that before we even get to opening this as a tavern, so we don't have a repeat of every other business that has been here.
Right.
Elisar and Demea, both of you, please give me a perception check.
God damn it! It's 2 1s in a row.
Demea, as you and Elisar kind of lean back from the stools and look at each other, and then look to Tennyson kind of all looking between each other to figure out what you all just first probably looking at each other to make sure the other people saw it too, and then as you see the same look of in everyone's eyes, you realize that it did. But Demea, you notice something as your eyes fall to Tennyson, and that is behind him, the painting with the mustachioed large human, the dark-skinned half-elf, and the pair of halflings. The half-elf's face is different. It almost looks like it's laughing, whereas it had kind of a stern visage when you were here yesterday.
I could be drunk, but does anyone else notice that painting looks different? Because that's weird.
I kind of glance over and no.
Burn it.
It's a painting.
As she points it out, the face of the elf is laughing.
Okay.
I will leave it up to all of you individually whether that is different than what it was yesterday is something that whether your PC would catch on to based on whether you really paid attention to the painting yesterday or not. But Demea, you definitely noticed because you spent so much time down here with the kids.
I was probably looking for the magic stuff and didn't pay that much attention to it.
Was
I
the half elf?
Is it like actively laughing, or is it like a skeleton laughing?
No, it's not
Like,
moving.
Okay.
It's just it is clearly a different expression on its face than what it was before, and its current expression appears to be laughing.
Oh,
Gotcha.
yes, actually.
Is the elf Leaf? Is that the correct guy? The poltergeist that we assume.
I think, yeah. Who was the employee of the month or whatever?
The 10-day.
The 10-day.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure I looked at that painting a lot yesterday, and his face was not like that, and now it is. And I'm guessing everyone else saw whatever the fuck just happened.
Ooh,
And
what
now
do,
the painting's different.
Billy, what do I know about ghosts or poltergeists?
They're spoopy.
So spooky.
Roll a religion check.
So religious. 16.
What are you curious about specifically?
I want to know if they, if there's a good way to indicate whether they're bound to an object or a place. What I want to do is destroy the painting and see if he goes away, but I don't know if that would help at all.
You know that a spirit, it depends on what kind of spirit they are, whether they're a ghost, a poltergeist, whether they're naturally or magically occurring. So it just depends. You know that most likely destroying the painting may not do anything. It may. I mean, if destroying the painting is its unfinished mission, that would rest its soul to peace. Maybe, or but whether things typically haunt places or people, not things. Unless, usually, if a thing is haunted, it's a sentient object, like something is trapped inside of it, rather than it's being attached to that object. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Do you say this out loud? Do you like
Yeah.
to hear this out loud?
Yeah, I share that information with people, with everybody.
I can cast Identify, and that should tell me if it's like the painting is magic or something. I learn its properties.
I mean, this thing isn't overwhelmingly violent. I mean, it's annoying.
But how do we know?
Oh,
I mean, there have been 3 small children living here for a period of time, and they're not
Veronica,
dead.
you're aware that Identify has a 100 gold piece material component,
It's a pearl.
but you'd have to actually have that because it has a gold cost.
Oh, I have to have it. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It does
And
I
not
thought I just meant
consume
like
it.
I had to have it.
It does not. So the way material components work on spells is if you have a magical focus, you can bypass material costs by holding that focus unless the material cost has a specific gold piece cost. So in the case of Identify, it specifically says a pearl worth 1,000 gold pieces. So you have to have a pearl worth 1,000 gold pieces. That's not
So I have
something
to, like-
a focus would substitute for.
I see.
And an
Oh,
owl
never mind.
feather.
For that specific spell, it does not consume the pearl. So if you get 1 pearl worth 100 gold pieces, you can cast Identify over and over and over and over and over again.
Oh, okay.
The spell will specifically say that it consumes that item if it does.
Hmm. Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
You mentioned being able to cast Identify. Do you mention the fact that you need a pearl?
I could cast Identify if only I had a pearl worth 100 gold pieces. Darn.
So giving her the wand wouldn't do anything because she still needs it because it's.
I mean, are there any oyster beds around here? We might be able to just go find one.
Make our way to the doctor.
Anyone from Waterdeep would know that. I mean, you could probably find oysters in the bay, but it's frozen over right now. You're not
Very
doing
good
any
point.
fishing this time of year.
Just gonna firebolt it a bunch.
It's a cantrip.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to climb in freezing water because I'll die. When it warms up, maybe we can find something.
Okay, that would be useful.
I'm a pretty good diver.
Okay.
Because you don't breathe.
Yes.
You don't breathe?
Did you not notice I don't breathe?
No.
Alright.
That was the first thing I noticed.
I also did not notice that.
Inhaling is kind of an optional thing for me.
So you have to consciously inhale?
Yeah.
I guess in order to speak, that would be kind of necessary.
I can just continue speaking, and I kind of like blow out a tone, and I just keep it for like an inhumanly long period of time.
Whoa, so you could like play my flute for like a long, long time without having to take a breath.
I don't know how to take that.
I hold up my flute.
This one time at band camp.
Actually, have a pan flute too.
I'm not playing anybody's flute.
I did not mean it figuratively.
So yeah, the afternoon is your guys's.
Well, we need money, is what I'm hearing.
I mean,
True.
I was told to go meet up with Gillester Silvermane. Maybe he'll. I assume he's connected with the wealthy, seeing as it's an organization called the Lord's Alliance. So maybe I could get a hook in there.
I've spoken with Gillester before, and I'm sure I could. I'd be able to ask him for a job, especially after we successfully completed the last one he gave us. Me.
I mean, that was pretty profitable.
Yeah.
We got a bar.
Alternatively, we can. There's stuff. There are some issues you could work out still on in the alley. But I don't know if. I think money is the pressing group concern right now. So it might be more worthwhile to go to Joluster and see what he has for us.
I like money.
So, yeah.
We'll go back upstairs, store my stuff.
I
But-
understand if no one feels obligated to join me, but I do feel a little responsible for Sloan being back down in the dungeon.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Fuck, we have to go find him.
I mean, do we have to? I mean, I guess
Yes.
Renee
I
was,
guess we did technically get paid for finishing the job the first time.
Yeah, but there's...
right.
Should we go?
He just gave us 500 gold to build up this bar.
Yeah,
Like,
well, Renee-
kind of
Renee did.
leveraged on the
his
trust that we
friend.
had taken care of his friend. If we know he didn't.
Yeah, that's not going to be good for us, is it?
I think we should go find what's his name? Gilderoy Lockhart.
Renee?
No, the author
Oh.
guy.
Volo
Oh,
Godar.
Yeah, we should go to him and see if he's heard from the person, and see if he'll pay us more money to rescue him again.
He already didn't have any money. I don't want.
Alright.
I don't want another bard.
Another burden.
Yes, I would. I think I would also rather not have another burden.
he gave us a bar and an 1,800 gold debt.
So
Yeah, I
if-
don't really like that.
Technically, he didn't give us a bar. He gave us a property and only came with 1,000 gold debt.
also, if Demea, you were conscious, or you were aware of all of the things you did, could you lead us directly to where he's being kept that you know of?
Well, when I escaped, I looked for him initially, and I didn't see him, and I didn't really feel like spending a lot of time making a lot of noise looking around, so I just left. The last thing I know is that I delivered him basically the same night that we rescued him. I delivered him back to the Mind Flayer. Yeah. So would I have known, would I have seen what happened to him or anything like that?
And were you in the same place we were before?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, to be clear, we cannot defeat this mind flayer. Like, we're not gonna beat it.
Correct. I would suggest don't even attempt to fight it at all.
And
But if we can get in and see him and get out, that might work.
I mean, I assume that they've increased their security slightly, seeing as they lost him once already.
And lost you.
And lost you.
Yes.
And
That's why I'm hesitant to
we
go.
barely made it out alive last time.
It does seem a lot riskier than last time.
And we're known.
Yeah, we have a lot of disadvantages working against us.
So we might need to prepare for a little bit of time.
Go into
Okay.
the woods and fight wild boars.
Level up.
If only I was trying to hand you guys ways to make powerful allies in the city.
Have you guys heard about factions?
So there's this guy named Gillester Silvermane, and he has an organization. I'm going to Yawning Portal tonight. Anyone else want to go?
We have a bar right here. Why would we need?
This one's
There's
really,
people there.
really
There's
shitty,
the
though.
bar top.
Also, the Awning Portal is actually a favorite bar of mine. It's quite the spectacle.
I'm not opposed to pre-gaming here.
Just to save some money.
Way
I
ahead
mean,
of you,
there's not a
buddy.
whole lot. You guys probably scavenged the only good bottles there were left yesterday and already Demea today.
I mean, we can
Yeah.
hit up Ye Old Liquor Store for Ye Old Dark Eyes, and
We need to hire a cartender.
Cart.
Cartender.
just, when we get done down there, we'll get Ye Old Uber to take us back home.
Because that's the safe thing to do.
First round Uber.
I mean, it's the middle of the day. I guess Gillester. We met when we met last time, it was middle day, and Joel Lester was there, so we could probably go find him today.
Is he a drunk?
Do I know if he's a drunk?
He is not a drunk.
He's not a drunk.
He just hangs out at a bar all day.
I mean,
He hangs out at a bar that attracts adventurers. He's a talent scout.
yeah, he makes contacts with people, I guess.
I mean, how much money do you get for riding down the dumb chute?
I don't know if taking the plunge. I believe it's. I don't think it's actually the dip. Yes, I don't think there's actually a reward. It's just a glory thing. You pay for it, and then like you can bet on if people make it back
I mean,
up
you
or not. I don't really
can
see.
theoretically bet on yourself.
Damn it!
Whether people would, take that bet is up to them.
And what do you have to
But-
get from down there?
You
You have to get your own glass that
you take the
you
mug,
drink a pint,
chug
yeah,
the mug, you drop the mug.
and then you go find it in the dark. Which a few of us have dark, but couldn't see in the dark, so it should be less of an issue. But
I don't want to go down there.
I can't say I've ever taken the dip myself.
Billy, how's that work? You said you have to strip down your skin,
Yeah,
so that doesn't affect spellcasting, right?
it does if you require a focus.
Oh, you can't take anything with you.
You get a bell, and that's it.
Oh,
Well, what if a bell is your focus?
I mean,
Specific
Darn it
bell.
gives you the
So a
bell.
bard could totally do it.
So your focus happens to be the bell Darden keeps behind the bar.
Demaya,
What a coincidence.
Demaya, what kind? Can you play the cowbell really well?
Yes.
would also
Please
make her
fit
not.
into the adventure book that is designed to come after you get all of the levels in this one and see what I do to you.
Ah,
What?
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 Yeah.
All right,
So
I'm
we're
cool
going
with.
to head to the Beyonding Portal.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
All right.
Yeah. Sorry, Flynn. We'll put a pin in you.
So yeah, as you come and emerge out into Troll Skull Alley, you do remember again that the Bet Nail and Steam and Steel have both offered you discounts on services. Steam and Steel has told you that the whatever is going on between them and the Carpenter would need to be resolved before they would be able to offer such a discount. The guy at Borkworm's Treasure told you that if you help get rid of the protester, he would reward you. And I think that's...
I mean, the protester thing might be able to be a quick one, real quick.
But is there?
I would mind doing that. I don't know how much interest you had. I assumed I would be the one making the most use of the bookstore, but
Is there French in this game? I'm confused.
Is there what?
3 of these things are named French things.
Okay.
Is that? I'm just confused how language works if there's also French.
So something that 5th edition doesn't touch on that older editions did is that Common is not English. Common is like a very basic communal language. There is probably like Cormyr has its own language. In theory, this region would have its own language. Like every different regions and countries have their own individual languages. Like the human kingdoms of the different places have their own languages, and then Common is truly a common language. So it is very sparse. It does not have a lot of fluid, like a lot of flowery words,
Gotcha.
etc.
I'm totally up for talking to Vala, who is the protester, see if he's there before we head to the awning portal.
So what
you
do we
know,
gotta
also-
do? We just gotta convince them to leave?
Well, I mean that's the goal, but I mean I don't know how honest the bookkeeper, the owner of Bookworm's Treasure, was being with us. maybe there is an issue where the parchment scrolls paper they're using is actually killing a substantial amount of people. In which case, I'm not really interested in helping that. But who knows? I've only heard one side of the story.
All right,
There's a reward.
So I won't go to the Yawning Portal, but I'm willing to take detours if you guys want to stop someplace else.
So the detour is that we would be getting a. Oh God, I didn't write that down. I thought it was like half off books or something like that. Billy, do you know what the reward was?
He offered you. He offered to let you and your group each pick out a book or scroll at half price.
Okay.
It's a half price books.
Ah,
So that's a little less good than I thought it was. But I would still be willing to do it.
Now, how many? I mean, I guess you could probably sell those scrolls out.
To keep in mind, endearing yourself to another local business person and neighbor has its own rewards beyond what was offered.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So you want to do that real quick? Hopefully.
Sure.
Are we gonna kill him or what?
No, we're not gonna kill him.
Fight him.
With you.
I kind of just
I'm
look at
filled
Baracus.
with
I'm like,
drunken,
what?
false confidence.
How drunk is Demea?
I mean, I can walk.
Okay.
That's an answer.
Okay.
I guess I could.
I had a monster in my head. Leave me alone.
I ain't judging. Just seeing how we're doing here.
I could cast sleep on him. We could just like kidnap him and take him somewhere.
What is wrong with you?
What? You are kidding.
What?
Where do
Well,
you
we
come
have
from?
to
That's the answer
intimidate
to your
him, right?
problems. No, we could talk to him.
Well, I assume that you guys
Okay.
tried that already.
Well, I'll pocket my idea as a plan B.
So our two group conversationalists are either drunk or masochists. I don't know. Sadistic, crazy people.
I said sleep.
Sleep and kidnap.
But he's been there for several days. Like it's not, you can't just like sleep him and take him away from the property. He's going to come back,
Yeah, he seems
FYI.
pretty-
and that's also illegal.
I haven't explained. I think it's probably apparent, but I have not explained the color coding system to you guys yet. So green. So in theory, a lot of these are businesses or homes. Whether they're open or not, they would still have signs if they're closed for the season. So anything that is green appears to currently be open in terms of like operating business this time of year. Anything red, you can see that it has a sign on the building, but it does not appear to currently be in operation. The teal turquoise color are residences, not businesses. Or they are like annexes for businesses. So they're not like they're not like the business front, but they're not just like, yeah. And then anything orange is either vacant or a municipal building, and then Troll Skull is yellow.
The literal translation for du pain Paris is what is it, of breadstone?
Is it not Paris bread store?
I think it's Pierre's bread.
Oh, Pierre. Yeah, that's right.
That's not how you spell Pierre, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Pierre.
Play this one, Pierre.
That's how this guy spells his career, Pierre. Because
Raise
it's
your hand if
dwarven.
you have taken a French class. Raise your hand if you took 6 semesters of French.
I remember a song about plucking a duck.
It says Pierre's bread.
Plucking the duck.
So what's the plan?
Going to
Sorry.
Bookworm's treasure.
Yeah, do we?
Or
Do I
talk to the
gonna
guy.
head that way down,
And
or
not do
down that
anything
way?
violent to the poor
Right.
person.
And just like glare at Baracus.
Fine.
As you all head down that way, the troop of halflings is putting on their little show at the south end of this building. As you walk past, again, two halflings playing instruments and two dancing around, to the delight of some children. There, especially of note, appear to be two children of about, I don't know, probably not quite 10. A boy and girl look to be about the same age. What is of note about them is they're I don't even know what word to use. The person that is with them, their nanny, I guess, is actually old, hunched over with a cane, with two purple horns sticking up out of their forehead, just about 1.5 inches long. It appears to be a tiefling, like nanny. And they're all very well dressed. But you all make your way over to the Bookworm's treasure, and there's no one out front.
Our job here is done.
He did say he's not here every day, so.
We successfully intimidated him.
Yeah, let's go tell him that we shoot him off.
I don't. And then when I told him where we're from. He's going to come back and demand stuff back. It's not the same way that it'd be good to befriend people in the alley. It's probably not a good idea to piss people in the alley off.
Fine. So what do we do now?
Should we go inside?
If you want to, I looked right.
He's in there knocking over shelves.
I mean, maybe. We could ask to see if he's seen him today.
There you go.
Yeah, you didn't buy
Sounds
it.
like a good idea.
So I guess we head in to Bookworm's treasure.
Make
Okay.
introductions, Elisar.
You head inside, and you see the Rachel. What color is he?
Gold, I think.
Yeah, that's what I thought. The gold dragonborn sitting behind a desk, reading a book.
Wait, did we not? We didn't acknowledge the nanny at all. We just walked past her.
Yeah.
Oh, can I? I want to go out and talk to her. Is that okay?
I mean, if you want to peel away from the rest of the group, yeah.
I mean, they're just talking to a bookkeeper guy, so yeah, I want to go out. I mean, you can wrap this up while I'm not wrap it up, but continue on.
Okay.
Hey, Rachel, we were going to try and do something about the elf that was protesting out here.
Fala, yes.
Yesterday. Fala. Have you seen him today? Or did anything happen?
No, they've not been here today. Have you visited them at their shop?
No, I have not. Where's their shop?
Fala operates Corlin's Crown, just across the street from Troll Skull.
Okay, that's thank you.
How does he have time to protest if he's running a shop?
So I guess we leave and head back to wherever you are. Past wherever you
So,
are.
Brackus, you approach and say, do what?
In Infernal, I greet her.
Okay. She replies in Infernal, can I help you?
Me and a group of my people, our compatriots, have just took over the Troll Skull Manor, and I just wanted to go around and greet our neighbors. All in Infernal, just...
She gives you a stern glance over. Again, her and the children appear to be very, very well dressed. I'm guessing you are not.
No.
And actually says back to you in common, oh, you think that we live around here? Ha! Come, children, let's go. And she scuttles the children away from you.
As she turns her back, I make a rude gesture.
That is when the rest of you walk up.
Make a new friend.
Yeah.
Who are we flipping off?
I don't know. She was some bougie bitch.
No. Typical.
Uh-huh.
Well, I found out the situation is actually a little more complicated because the elf who had been protesting is actually another shop owner on the street.
Huh.
So
So we're
yeah,
going there now. I assume.
to at least hear their side of the story, but pissing him off might also be a problem for us. I don't know if we want to necessarily get involved in all these squabbles, but might as well introduce ourselves.
Sounds good.
As you all approach this three-story building, it is apparent from the outside that the third story has been converted to a greenhouse. Glass walls and roof allow a peer into a rainbow of colors of leaves, petals, stems, plants you've seen, plants you haven't seen anywhere before can be glimpsed from the street below. But it does appear to be open. Their little Troll Skull neighborhood open sign in the window.
Head in.
We all headed at once.
You walk in, and this floor is just it's an apothecary, basically. And there are salves, ointments, leaves, just anything and everything you could dream of on shelves, in jars, on parchment, on scattered about. Working on a bench in the back, kind of pruning a plant, you see Elisar. You recognize the genderless wood elf that Rashal referred to as Fala, who turns to you all upon entering and greets you merrily.
Say hello, and I introduce ourselves and say that we had just acquired Troll Skull Manor and we're going around introducing ourselves to some of the neighboring businesses.
Oh, that's lovely. Yes. Well, welcome to the neighborhood. Will you be reopening the tavern?
That is our current plan, yes.
She shares the same sentiment a lot of the neighbors have. They're happy to hear that there will be a tavern other than Froon's in the area, and asks you, if there are anything that she can help you with here in her shop today as well.
Actually, I noticed you protesting outside of Bookworm's Treasure yesterday. Can you tell me a little bit more about what's going on with that?
Yes, they explain that they recently found out that Rashal uses duskwood paper for his spell scrolls. This is a rare paper or a rare tree that is slowly dwindling. They explain, and they intend to protest in front of that shop and other shops around the city that continue to use it, as long as they continue to use it and as much as their time allows. Yeah.
What is duskwood paper?
They explain to you that it is a tree. It carries a magical significance in and of itself. It requires less treatment to be used for spell scrolls. It's like a natural spell scroll, whereas traditional parchment would need to be imbued in some way in order to be used as a spell scroll. This naturally has those properties. So it is very rare, and unfortunately, it is being overlogged from a nearby forest to the point that its numbers are dwindling. And Fala, being a wood elf, is very concerned about the preservation of all the different species of plants.
Right.
And do you know, has this always been what they've used for parchment, or is it a recent thing for scrolls? Sorry.
Elatar, give me an Arcana check.
Oh, finally.
You actually know that there are some quality alternatives to Duskwork. They may be a little harder to get. Maybe just the supply chain isn't set up. Yeah, but you know there are some alternatives that are probably available in the city if the right supplier was found.
Okay. Well, I mean, I probably agree with you that we can't have all of the Duskwood trees going extinct. But I don't know if we can, if there's some sort of way we can convince them to use just a different supplier. Do you know of anyone for a different source of spell scrolls? I mean, I can't expect them to stop doing business without a viable alternative.
Well, I mean, I grow all of my own plants here. I mean, surely he can do something sustainable. But in terms of that, I grow. I don't create parchment and spell paper. I have no avenue for such things. But certainly, again, LSR, you would know 3 alternatives that come off just the top of your head is shadow top paper, Laspar wood, and Zalantar wood. Are all you would know this also just from your connections. You would know that information. You don't know anybody off the top of your head who uses it. That's not to say your
Milo
boss might
not. Okay. I mean, I could probably go and try to ask him. I might know somebody who might be able to help in this regard, so I'm going to go talk to them.
Oh, that would be lovely.
Just kind of look around at what else, what's for sale. Is there anything that kind of jumps out? I know it's an apothecary.
Potions. Lots and lots of potions. You see label potions of animal friendship, climbing, greater healing, and water breathing readily apparent.
Look at the healing potions, and I ask, do you make these yourself, or?
Oh yes, dear, with ingredients that I grow upstairs.
Interesting. Well,
How much are the healing potions?
They are 50 gold apiece.
Oh.
It does take a lot of effort. I dabble a little bit myself. I spent some extended periods out in the wilderness alone, so...
Oh, is that so?
But, I guess if I come across some free time, maybe I could help you out in the shop here a little bit. Make some if you're willing to split the profit with me. Just take some of the effort off your hands of making additional healing potions.
Oh, that's certainly a conversation we could have, I'm sure. But for now, is there anything I can assist you all with today? I do need to get back to my post. They say, kind of jokingly referring to protesting outside of bookworms.
No, I don't think so.
Well, I look forward to seeing you in the neighborhood.
So can I just real quickly just go ask, what is his name?
Your boss?
No, or Shawl, if any of
Okay.
those would be, he would actually take any of those as alternatives.
Yeah, if you head back over there, he's like, well, of course, but I mean, if I had those connections and avenues, I would already be using them. You think I wouldn't be switching if I could to avoid this? As he points to Fala outside, waving their sign again.
Right. Okay. Well, I might know someone who can help, so I will see if I can find out anything from them.
All right. Where are we all headed?
you want to go to the yawning portal, or do you want to stop by my greenhouse?
Did we decide where your job is?
It's right next door to wherever Cianthus is. I think it's
so
the
it's in,
market.
okay, so it's in the trade ward.
Right? Trade ward, that one.
Yeah. It's in the northern trade ward near the market, but not like on the market.
Is that on the way to the yawning portal then?
Yeah, more or less.
I think we should check out the competition.
So you guys are leaving here. Northern Trade Ward is kind of around here. So you guys are probably in this neighborhood somewhere. In this kind of block neighborhood.
Right.
Here.
I think I'd kind of, well, that's fine.
What?
I was thinking because he's a halfling, if he'd be like, and there were kind of, one thing about the southern ward was there were some like halflings that lived there. I didn't know if he'd be closer to that, but
Maybe that's where they live, but they probably they operate a shop up here.
Okay.
Quiet neighbors.
Yeah.
And then because then the yawning portal's down here in the castle ward. So your shop would be on the way to the yawning portal.
So are you guys okay with stopping in there, or?
Yeah.
Sure.
Do it.
Sure. I make a very definite point of avoiding steam and steel.
Okay.
Steamed hands.
Which there's still that whole thing
Right.
as well. So as you make your way, LSR leading the way, please roll a D100.
Oh, by the way, I'm getting a chair delivered.
I
Right.
know. Okay, so when you arrived this morning, there was one thing in the downstairs that was different. There was an actual nice chair. It is high-backed, strong-armed, with a red velvet seat and back. It is adorned fairly simply. Gold rivets around the edges of the felt. A nice kind of groove along the edge of the wood, but nothing too ornate or decorative. Seems very well built, very sturdy, very comfortable, but not too gaudy.
That's my chair. Just FYI.
I'm jealous.
That's what he was sitting in when the rest of you showed up. He was just sitting in the middle of the bar in just this brand new chair, just gleaming. Sorry. So as you all are marching down the street, you guys have known each other a couple days now. How are you all walking together? Are you chit-chatting, or are you just, okay, I guess we're following LSR? Like, how's the group dynamic going?
I mean, I'm kind of trying to keep an eye on Demea. You know, she's had a few at this point. Also going through an emotional trauma, so...
I'm keeping an eye on her to make sure she's not doing anything shifty.
Yeah, that's my current mindset of kind of just like, why doesn't Demea walk ahead and we can watch her? Just because
I'm blissfully
problematic.
oblivious to them watching me, and I'm just kind of wandering around.
Well, I guess if I'm heading there, I'm leading, and then Demea is kind of.
I mean, if you tell me the area it's in, I can get us there quicker.
La-di-da.
I mean, I'm not in any sort of huge rush today, so.
Okay. Every time we take a turn that I wouldn't take, it'd be like, wrong, under my breath. but still following.
So Alistar takes the easy path. You know, he hops down to Delzoran Street, comes over to the high road, takes the high road south all the way down here to where it meets Waterdeep Way. Turns along the high road to enter the southern regions of, or no, you would turn off here near the market. As you turn down Andamar Street, you do see marching up the street towards you just a City Watch patrol. They're decked out in their gold and green tabards with their basically they look very much reminiscent of like London police. If it's not apparent, the aesthetic of Waterdeep is like fantasy London. So they have little billy clubs and little spiked helmets on with their tabards, and it's a group of about half a dozen walking past. You all move along and eventually get to your shop, Alisar.
So I kind of just walk in and I say in Halfling to Milo, just hello, and then switch back to Common.
They greet you happily, say that they weren't expecting you back today.
Yeah, actually, I might have some work for us or someone, maybe one of our contracts. I think we can facilitate. There's some shop in the next to that manor we kind of acquired that is in need of some specialized wood, but they don't know anywhere where they can get it. Do we know anyone who sells a Shadowtop, Glassbar, or Zalantar wood?
They take a moment, look fairly pensive. After an interlude, they let you know that they can think of possible a few connections off the top of the head. They can ask around and let you know later in the week.
That'd be great. I appreciate it.
I'd be happy to do that for you.
Hopefully it's good for you somehow. I don't know how it works business-wise, but hopefully that works out.
They're happy to help you out.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like you guys are... I mean, one, it's not like you guys are opening up a rival greenhouse. And two, even if you were being in opposite wards, it's not like you guys would be direct competition anyway.
Got it. Oh, appreciate you looking into that. We're off to the Yawning Portal.
Cool. You all make your way down to the Yawning Portal, and Baracus, give me a D100.
Oh, Lord.
It's a frost,
83.
it's a frost giant. Smashing through a building. We all die.
Like a Kool-Aid man. Oh, yeah.
They just pay him to demo in the city.
As you all are moving down the high road, you all get to the intersection with Waterdeep Way near the castle Waterdeep. And Baracus, you are the first to notice and hear the telltale signs of a ward competition. These tend to break out from time to time around the city. Various, whether they're planned or unplanned or kind of organized versus flash mobby changes depending on what's going on. But you hear the signs of a chariot race. As you approach Waterdeep Way, it seems to be coming from the west. And as you all reach the intersection, barreling past you is just a dozen or so horse-drawn chariots, all clad in the various insignia and colors of their respective ward, competing today as they go barreling further south and out of view along the high road. You all continue making your way to the Yawning Portal and walk in to a fairly typical site, or it's early afternoon at this point. Again, keeping in mind, we are still in winter. It is the 4th of Ornax. And you guys are chilling. So you walk inside and hold. Give me just a moment, please, because there's a
Wait, what month did you say it was?
hold, please, because now I'm not going to just say it without checking first. Alturiac.
Yep.
It's Alturiac. It's the 4th of Alturiac. Give me just a moment here. Bloop. Okay. So you all approach the yawning portal.
Oh, or the shadows from the fireplace.
Do what?
So there's shadows coming from the pillars, but they're all in the direction of the fireplace.
What do you say? What can you see, Elisar? Hold on.
Sorry?
I figured out that I can see what you guys see.
Do you see what I see?
So you're outside the yawning portal right now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. You can find a door. So if you guys are welcome to head inside. We're gonna fucking play with this fucking line of sight shit if I have it.
You moved my token off of the screen, so I can't click it.
It's not
Oh,
on the screen.
it all moves like when you drag your character token. It's weird.
It's interesting. It's a
That's
little
right.
wonky right now.
Scroll
Like,
down.
yeah.
Marcus.
Oh no, I had to zoom in.
Oh, that's a real 20 thing. Like depending on the zoom, it'll randomly cut off the top or bottom of the screen.
Huh.
Here, let me move you inside, Baracus. There you go. So you all see Darden behind the bar, Maloon War Dragon sitting at the end of the bar having a drink. Bolo actually appears to be sitting by the fireplace on the far side, 3 strings up on the bar, up on the stage, playing a little ditty. Bonnie milling about serving drinks. Yagra sitting at a table near the front door keeping an eye out. And Gillester Silvermane sitting by himself near the stage.
Well, I'm just gonna... If I catch Bonnie's eye, I'll just kind of nod in her direction, but I'm gonna go straight for Gillester Silvermane.
Welcome to the yawning portal.
You approach. You see a. Hold on. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Sorry. So, where is he? Here he is. You see a man is about in his mid-20s. Either Darnan or Elisar would be able to point him out to you. But he appears to be in his mid-20s. And yeah. Short hair. Did I share a picture of him last time?
You shared it with me. I don't know if you shared it with everyone.
Right, I probably didn't. So let me do that here real quick. Okay, everything's being real slow, which means
I can
What?
see everything.
Yeah, the shadows disappear.
everything is super slow when that's turned on.
I feel like unless we're in combat, it probably doesn't matter as much.
That's Lester Silvermane.
Mid-20s. He's having a rough time.
He does look like he has had a rough couple of years.
Looks like a Team Fortress 2 character.
The Scouts had a rough couple years.
But he's sitting there reading a book. What's everybody else doing as Tennyson approaches Gillester?
I talked to Malone.
I guess I got to look around a little bit to see if anyone's like anything exciting's going on, and if there's nothing going on, I disappointedly walk over to Lester.
I sit at the bar and order a drink.
Okay. Do you sit with Baracus or do you sit away from him?
I'll sit away from him for now.
Okay. All right. So. Hold, please. One at a time. Tennyson,
Yep.
you approach Gillester, who looks up from his book as you do.
Greetings. Your name's Gillester Silvermane, am I correct?
Yeah,
That is-
yes, it is.
Gillester, this is my friend Tennyson. He was on the job you sent me on with Volo was offering.
Oh yes, I'm glad that I hear that worked out well. I hear you were able to locate Flume.
We were.
What's that? What can I help you with today?
Well, I have been informed and been asked to inquire with you about a organization that you're a member of, the Lord's Alliance, I believe it's called.
Yeah, I'm a representative of the Lord's Alliance.
Do you mind if I sit down?
Oh yes, please join me. Tennyson, is it?
Yes, sir. Tennyson Ward, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Is that a Cormyrean accent I hear?
Yeah. Lived in Cormyr pretty much all my life.
He tells you that he is also from Cormyr.
Kind of like give him the
Tells you that he's only been he left the Dales just a few years ago.
He looks pretty young. Did you fight in the
ask me
war?
Specifics, I'll hit you. When was that war?
6 years ago.
You've seen some things.
Yeah, I was working for the Steel Company. Or the Steel Shadows.
Okay. I was scouting the run between Erebor and Eastling myself.
Or are you a member of the Dragons?
Furloughed, but I was at that time.
Oh, splendid. I always love to meet another man from Cormyr.
I'm actually here at a partial request of the envoy here in
Waterdeep.
Yep. I was like, where are we?
Looks at his hand.
They're far.
Waterdeep.
Waterdeep. There are too many. I almost called us Westrun. It was bad.
Westeros?
Dude, do not start that in this game.
Okay. The envoy here said that Cormyr's trying to repair some relations that were damaged during the Dragon War. So they asked me to
Yes,
come
I
over
wasn't too happy with how my homeland handled that situation.
But to my understanding, in the end, everyone ended up doing the right thing.
The end of the world will do that.
But I mean, we all have to move forward, and they asked that as a citizen of Cormyr, perhaps I could lend aid to your organization, possibly show that Cormyrians have something to offer, and maybe clean the slate a little bit, as it were.
Well, of course, we always have work that can be done.
Honestly, I'm not exactly sure how this would all work. I was just kind of directed to seek out the Lord's Alliance and offer to assist them in whatever way that would mean.
Well, of course, I'm more than happy to keep you on my list of contacts if I have work that needs to be done. Certainly, and we can certainly see how that relates to impressions with my superiors. And that I'm honestly, it's a idea I'm surprised I haven't had myself before, and I'm very pleased to make your acquaintance, Mr. Ward.
Likewise.
While this is all happening, Elisar, you do notice some you notice that the table here in the corner is currently curtained off, and standing outside are two, let's call them bodyguard mercenary type looking gentlemen, both humans, middle-aged, that seem to keep looking and pointing at you.
So can I just sit down next to these guys, so I'm kind of facing them?
Yeah, absolutely.
I can see but I can see out of the corner of my eye what they're doing.
Yeah. For a while, it just appears that they're just kind of chit-chatting. Every once in a while, one of them would give a glance at the way of your table.
Do I catch sight of that interaction going down?
No, you're focused on your conversation with Jelester.
That's fair.
Demea, while you were sitting and having a drink, there is a tap on your shoulder, and you turn to see Three Strings approach. Yeah, hi Demea, how are you today? It's good to see you.
Hey, Three Strings. Sorry, my sister was calling. I didn't hear that. Hey, I'm gonna sit with my back turned to the back of the room, so I'm gonna lead him to sit on the other side of me.
So here?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'll just be like, hey, what's up? How's life?
Oh, it's going all right, but you You look a little worse for wear.
Yeah, I've had a rough couple of nights. It's with nothing though. It's fine.
Well, I heard the other night, a couple nights ago, went really well. I heard you all found Flume.
Yeah, we did.
She just bursts into tears, runs away.
No, I just take a sip of my drink and just nod and yep, yes we did. So
Well, that's great. And I heard Volo gave you guys Troll Skull Manor?
yeah, that's crazy. So we are opening that up again. We're gonna turn it into another tavern.
Are we gonna have entertainment space for him?
I would assume at some point we would. Or maybe I'll do that. I don't know.
I mean, you know him, so.
Yeah.
I mean, I assume you're not gonna want to perform every night.
No. Three Strings, like, would you want to maybe play there sometime if, whenever we get it up and running?
Of course I would. I like to get around town, get my name out there.
Yeah. Do you like that area? Do you go there very often?
The North Ward, yeah, there's a few places nearby that I play. Not really in the heart of the place. There's not really a good tavern in that area.
That's what I would keep hearing. Something about friends, whatever it's called.
Prunes.
Prunes.
He doesn't even have a stage.
Oh, he doesn't? Yeah.
No.
Incorrigible.
I kind of want to go there and check out like why everyone hates it so that we know what not to do in that area.
Checking out the town petition can always be good.
So yeah, that's what's the scuttlebutt lately. Nothing else interesting happening.
Roll a deception check.
Damn it.
Is that with a +5?
Awesome.
So
I
Bill,
rolled a natural 20 for his insight. So he just looks at you, he's like, Demea, now I know we're not the best of friends, but I know you well enough. What's going on?
Three Strings, I really wish I could tell you. I can't get into
You
it right
can't
now.
tell me.
I
I'm
don't-
your friend.
I appreciate that. And if we are friends, you just have to trust that I can't get into it right now. And I am very sorry. One day, I will tell you what is happening. But that day is not
He
today.
puts a hand on yours on the bar, looks directly into your eyes, and in a hushed tone says, "Are you safe?"
I just look at him.
this gets real.
Maybe.
He kind of takes a look around and lowers his voice as he says to you, "It's a great time to take a break." Sorry. He says, "It's a great time to take a break."
Yeah, I'm sure he's been playing all night or all day. Yeah, you could use
Yeah.
a break, I'm sure.
Yeah. So with that, we're going to take a break.
Oh. I thought it was going to be some trigger word and she was going to like snap into mind control again.
Winter Soldier.
She's been activated.
Yes.
Let's be back on at 3:40.
3:40.
Unless somebody wants a longer break. Am I good?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Good. All right. See you guys in a little bit.
Bye.